Hey guys, welcome to day 23. Today I want to have a heart-to-heart with you. You guys have been doing some amazing things, and I have to say that I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I've seen the amazing things you're doing. Some of you are keeping up and posting on everything. Some of you guys have been texting me, Facebooking me. It's so inspiring to watch you grow, and I want you to keep up the good work even after Leap to Lead 2 is completed. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting out of that comfort zone and doing things that you never thought you would do. Keep doing more of that and continually grow. Reflecting back on when I was an essential consultant and a certified consultant, I was super excited. I was dreaming of different ideas. I was feeling very overwhelmed. I did not keep up with like trip point numbers, or I had I'd measured nothing. And to be honest with you, I kind of still don't. I'm getting better at it. And I feel like with me doing that, it's going to help my business a lot. I just sold Scentsy and I loved it. And I still just kind of sell Scentsy and I love it. I simply follow my passion. I follow my heart and I just do. But imagine if I were to just do with a plan. And that's kind of what I want y'all to do. I want to chat a little bit about things I wish I would have done differently to actually have a plan. So to get you to lead in any one month, and hopefully it's going to be this month, we have a whole month ahead of us. So you need to have at least $500 in sales or more. That's you personally, your sales. That's without taxes or shipping. So $500 PRV. That's what you have to do. And then you have to have at least one person that you have personally sponsored. That means somebody has gone to your website and clicked on your join button and you've sponsored them directly. That would be a frontline. And then that person has to have at least $150 in PRV. They are considered active. So when somebody has $150 in PRV in a month, they are considered active. So you have to have 150. They have to have 150. You have to have at least 500. Now, if you sell $150 or more in a month, if you sell $500 or more in a month, then you're eligible to get promoted. If you sell $450 and you have that active recruit and you've met your wholesale volume, which we'll talk about in a minute, you will not be promoted. So it is important whether you are going to be a lead consultant in October or not. It is imperative that you strive every single month to get your $500. Make that your goal right now. Nothing less than $500, because that way you're not leaving money on the table. And I see it a lot of times where the team's numbers are there, but then the person who's trying to promote or could be getting paid on their team doesn't get their $500. So don't let that be you. Set that your goal right now, every single month. Okay. So now then, together with you and your at least one active frontline member, you have to have at least $1,000 in wholesale. Now it gets a little complicated. Wholesale is calculated at 75% of retail volume. I like to just say you have to have $1,334 because that's what it breaks down to be in retail volume. So between you and your one person that you have sponsored, you have to sell at least $33.34 in candles. Now, as you can imagine, the more people you have, the easier that $1,334.34 is to obtain. But if you just had you and one person, it's going to take a lot of work every month to make sure that you reach that number. It can be done, absolutely, but just think about it. The more people you have, the easier and easier it gets, and then you can get promoted even to a higher level. So when you log on to your workstation on the left-hand side of your home screen, Scentsy keeps track of where you are and your goal to get to lead. And if you still are an essential consultant, it'll show you how much more you have to get until you reach certified. So make sure you're checking your workstation often and you're getting on and you're checking that box and you're using that as your goal. This was not around when I started, so you're lucky, and I think that you should take advantage of it because Scentsy makes it easy for you. The good thing is you never have to look back. So once you've earned lead, you've gotten your title from here on out. If you don't, make your numbers. So let's just say you make lead consultant in October. You personally have sold $500. You have at least one active frontline consultant, means they sold $150 in the month. And you and your team, and that could be anybody that your recruit has sponsored, that is considered your team. You guys have $1,334.34 in Cincy in October. Now let's just say in November, either you don't put in your $500 or your team doesn't make that $1,334.34. You're still going to be considered a lead consultant, but you will just not get paid as a lead consultant. You won't receive any of the bonuses as a lead consultant. So you're leaving money on the table, but you're not going to lose your title. And I can remember thinking like, oh my gosh, what if I have a good month and then I don't make it? Then what's going to happen? The good news is you'll always be a lead consultant. So Cincy's going to let you stay at lead forever. Now, when you hit lead, this is the important part, you're going to be making 25% commission across the board. Then when you hit lead, you're going to make an extra 2% on your sales and an extra 2% on your frontline sales. Now that's wholesale volume, right? So remember we say we calculate that at what do you call it, at 75%, okay? But it's numbers, it's mumbo jumbo. I am not a math buff whatsoever. My kids will tell you that every time it's time for us to teach math, I cringe a little bit. But just keep in mind that you will be getting bonuses on your sales and on your team sales. So it is very important that you, number one, get the best sales possible that you can get, because that is in your control. And number two, that you are coaching your team to success because you're getting a bonus off of them, and that's amazing. So just imagine when you start getting a little bit of a team, you're going to have one person, and soon it'll turn into 3, and then 3 will turn into 6, and before you know it, you're going to have 10 or more people on your team. It really does grow that fast. We had a team last month. I'm not sure. I don't think that any of them are in this Leap to Lead this time around, but we had a team that last Leap to Lead, we had one girl that sponsored somebody at the beginning of the month. Like 2 days later, her sponsor sponsored somebody. And the next day, that person sponsored somebody. The next day. So before the end of the month, that first person that recruited somebody had 7 people on their team. I mean, in 1 month, that is a big thing that could happen. So if you're sitting here thinking like, I can't even get 1, how am I going to get 10? Don't worry. You just focus on getting that 1, and it will snowball. I promise. If you keep working and you keep sharing your passion, and then you teach your team to keep working and sharing their passion. And remember that everything that you're doing adds up. So imagine if you got $700 in sales, then that one recruit of yours hasn't been able to do so much. But getting to lead is fun. It's one of the biggest stepping stones that you can get to in your business, because first of all, getting from essential to certified is a big deal, but the jump from certified to lead is huge. And so if you're getting your sales, you have to just keep cheering on your consultants. Don't get discouraged. Just keep giving them ideas, and remember how it was too when, and now that you're just starting out, it's kind of hard. So it's good that you just give them ideas that are working for you, and maybe some that didn't work for you may work for them. Tell them to get on YouTube, look for some videos. But I promise you that if they have not reached their goal yet, they will. If you have not reached your goal yet, you will. You have to keep going. Never give up. Things are going to be hard. Things are not going to go your way. But even in your real job, that happens, right? And you don't just quit and walk out the door and say, I can't do this job anymore. Absolutely not. You pick it up. You keep going until you get the results you want. Our business is no different. The only difference is that we are our own bosses. Nobody is sitting there breathing down our neck saying, you have to do this, you have to do this. You have to be your biggest motivator, and then you have to be there to motivate your team. Imagine your why, and imagine trying to get to your why by just making 20% off from an essential consultant. Or imagine just if you were to get 25% as an essential consultant. It's going to take you a longer time to reach the goals that you want. But imagine as a lead consultant, and you're making roughly 29% of your team's sales. That's a big deal. And then it adds up. The bigger team you have, the more it adds up. I promise you guys. And one thing I want you to remember is that sometimes when you grow, you have to realize where your weaknesses are. We all have our weaknesses. So I'm asking you every day to come out of your comfort zone and push yourself a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Do something every day that you never thought you would do. And along this journey, you're going to find that you're going to have weaknesses and you're going to have to hone in on them. You're going to have to try hard to overcome them because you can. You've got to get across those hurdles. And I know you can do it because I've seen a lot of you already have done that. So I want you to just not give up. That's the thing. Answer it. Have noises. My cell phone's ringing, the home phone's ringing, the dog's barking. Welcome to my life. Anyway, but the good thing is there's a ton of resources out there that are available for all of us to help overcome our weaknesses. And there's going to be days that you're going to feel like a failure. You know why I know this? Because I have them too. When we feel like that, then you reach out to myself. You reach out to others that are in the Sleep to Lead program, because there's always people that are going to be either going through the same thing or have been through the same thing. And you want to try to surround yourself by like-minded people. I posted that on my Facebook page today because it is so true. When you are you're trying for a goal, you want to find people that are going to be going for that same goal or going for, or at least not letting you give up. Because we tend to try to gravitate toward those people that are like, yeah, I understand. That's terrible. Yeah, you should probably not do that. And they validate you, right? But we don't necessarily always want to be validated. We want to be validated, yes. But we need that person that says, you know what, you're right. That does stink that I'm just going to throw it out there, that Sensi's workstations were super slow. And then you've got this one, the devil over here saying, yeah, you should just quit because that's going to keep happening. And that what a company is that their workstations are always going down, that you've got this one on the other side. This is your strong, your rock. This is a person who you need to mentor you, is going to say, you know what, you're right. That does stink that you had to stay up very late during that workstation drama. But you know what? That just means that Sensi is in need and people are buying Sensi, and that's job security for you because people want to buy Sensi. So many people that were crashing the system, and that's a good thing. You're on the right path. You can't give up. You have to persevere. You have to keep going. You want this little person on this shoulder to be on your side. You don't want this one because it's easy to give up. And then if you have somebody who validates you, that allows you to give up, you're not going to get very far anywhere in life or in this business. So I digress a little bit, but I just want you to realize that you are going to come through hurdles. You can definitely overcome them. We are here for you. The people in the Sleep to Lead group are here for you. I'm here for you. Your directors are here for you. There's a lot of people out there. Sensi Spirit is at its best. So do not give up. None of us are born to make 6 figures from Sensi at the very beginning. We have to work hard at it. We have to overcome the obstacles. We have to find the tools that we need to succeed. So I'm excited for you guys to continue on your journey, but just remember to never, ever, ever give up. Okay, have a wonderful day.
Adios.